Morning, people. What's going on? It's your boy Tops back again for another watch along. Well, I say watch along, another stream. Tops in the morning show. Big up everyone tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we're here to talk about Kepa Arrizabalaga. Yeah. Boom, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So yeah, obviously the article dropped. I think it was from the Athletic as well. It dropped obviously yesterday about Kepa Arrizabalaga's impending Arsenal medical leaves 4 academy stars in limbo. Andre Berta must change it. So yeah, a lot of changes obviously happening in the Arsenal goalkeeping situation. The likes of Carl Hein is obviously coming back from his loan in Spain, but we don't know what obviously his role is going to be in the upcoming season. Obviously, we've got Telford as well that we bought last season. That's an upcoming keeper as well. Neto that we got from Bournemouth, he's going back to Bournemouth. Obviously, you only got him on loan, cup-tied keeper, or who would have... Bro, that's going to have to go into those categories of Kallstrom signing him with a broken back, Neto signing him as a second keeper, as a cup keeper, and he's cup tied. They're them two there. Like in terms of ridiculous signings, bro. Marquinhos signing him when we could have got him for a free, but we paid money for him to keep good relations. Yeah, crazy, man, crazy. But yeah, obviously he's left, and we're getting another Bournemouth keeper that was obviously on loan to Bournemouth. We've just done a swap round. We've just given Bournemouth back their keeper and got their one that they had on loan. Obviously, Arsenal closing in on a permanent signing, so not on loan, permanent signing of Kepa Arrizabalaga, as the Gunners are prepared to bolster their goalkeeping ranks. It's been a problem for a while at the Emirates. With the revolving door of goalkeepers preventing there being for any consistency in available options. Now, this is the thing, man. Like when you look at like obviously the goalkeeper situation, man, we've had so many keepers in the last I don't know what 3, 4, 5 years. Like it feels like every season we get a new keeper, whether it's on loan or permanently. Obviously, people forget we had Matt Turner. People forget we had Matt Ryan as well. Like that was one we had on loan. Obviously, Runnison was atrocious. We had him as well for what season? That was another one. Who else, man? We had so many people, man. So many people that we had. I can't even think of him, man. But yeah, obviously Ramsdale as well. Obviously we had last season, and then obviously we sold him. And then obviously Neto as well, and now we're gonna get another keeper. So yeah, crazy, man, crazy. If we're being honest, man. Darren Rise, the number one option, having displaced Aaron Ramsdale and then playing ahead of Loney Neto. With Kepa Arrizabalaga set for a medical in this coming week, his addition to the Arsenal ranks can only create problems for other stars in the squad. So this is the thing, man. I mean, there were reports saying that Kepa wants to be first choice, so he's not coming in to be literally a backup, even though Arsenal fans would say he is. And for me, he's not better than Ryan, nowhere near. So he would be a backup, but apparently he's not seeing it. He's confident that he can actually be first choice number one keeper. Which yeah, I'm not too sure about that if I'm being honest. Arsenal's move for Kepa Arrizabalaga will have an impact on the Hale End Academy, who have several top goalkeeping options at their disposal. So we do have a few keepers in the academy, but we didn't really see it apart from, I can't remember his name, man, the 16-year-old that played in the obviously against Bolton, who I thought did okay, to be fair, for a 16-year-old keeper. He played, and then I think Telford played against against Preston, I think, if I remember. But yeah, Tommy Telford, he's the one signed from Ajax. Obviously last year. This is what I'm saying. So we signed 2 keepers last year. This is what I mean. We signed him, and then obviously we signed Neto on loan. So yeah, he joined on a 4-year deal as he looks to progress at Arsenal. The 19-year-old wasn't a regular for the under 21s, but he did feature several times for the senior squad. Yeah, he did play a few times for sure. But yeah, Telford's involvement with the England. England under 19s at the Euro, showed he was some potential, but clearly needs some game time to further improve. Yeah, man. I mean, for me, I don't know why we didn't just loan him, man. Big up everyone in the chat, man. Big up everyone. Big up 7 on DR. Big yourself up, bro. It says, good morning. Just imagine a coach, you pride yourself on winning the Golden Glove. Then you put all that as well, because if Ray did play in that last game, he would have won it. Yet another failure. Yeah, I mean, they say they shared it apparently because they had obviously a joint thing. I can't remember how many it was. I think it was 13 each, so they share it, which I think is silly. No one might as well just get it, man. Because you either the best keeper or you're not. Or if you're gonna do that, and they've got obviously level like clean sheets, just do it as in like, oh well, he conceded less goals then. I don't know why they didn't just do that, and obviously Ray would have won it. But yeah, crazy man, crazy. For sure, bro. Big up Finn. He says, "Good morning, mate. Have a good day. If I don't see you again, big up Finn, bro. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate that as always, man. Big up Mr. Bottle Red BBK Raid. Big up BBK as always, man. Big up BBK Sports. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Doing good things over there, man. Big him up every single time. Friend of the channel. Obviously, need to get him on the channel as well, man. So big up him for the raid, man. Really appreciate that as always. Big up everyone up. Obviously, I'm tops talking about obviously Kepa Arrizabalaga. And yeah, him signing for Arsenal, man. Him doing a medical. Just talking about the other goalkeeping situations we've got at the club. Obviously, Telford only had a few obviously appearances last season. Didn't really play too much as the 19-year-old, even though we got him from Ajax. So yeah, man. With Kepa's arrival, those opportunities may be restricted further in the cup competitions. Well, you wouldn't think he's going to play at all, if we're being honest, man. Rojas is a goalkeeper with a bright future as well. He was on the bench a few times, having recently signed a professional contract. So he's another young keeper. But I'm not sure, to be honest with you, if these guys are even going to be in the first team for now, man. Especially now we us signing Kepa. He's going to be on a lot of money as well. That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Big up 7. Sorry, he says, "Wow, what Kepa wants to start." Those top corners said that we couldn't get Liverpool's second keeper because he also wanted to start. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like for me, you're probably better off getting, because if you ask me who's better, Kepa or Kelleher, I'm saying Kelleher, bro. Do you know what I mean? Kelleher held it down in the title winning side. Do you know what I'm saying? He made a few mistakes, but that is granted considering he's not the first choice top keeper. But for a second keeper, bro, he's very consistent. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I feel like with Kepa, as long as he doesn't play any of the crucial games like Champions League games or Premier League games, then I'm fine with it. If he starts to play those kind of games, if Ray's injured or suspended, I think Arsenal fans are going to see why Chelsea are not going to keep him. Do you know what I mean? And they've got to keep a crisis. They could easily just keep him on the books and just have him as the first choice, but they're obviously not willing to do that because, again, they know he's got limitations. So yeah, man, not ideal. Obviously, the Colombian youth international could be set for a role as a third choice shot stopper this season, but it depends on the future of the other goalkeepers. Nygaard has regularly featured for the under 21s over the past season, making 12 appearances over the campaign. Danish youth international then went on to feature on the under 19s European stage, though him and his nation got knocked out of the group stage. So we've got a few keepers, a few foreign keepers as well. And this is the guy, Jack Porter, man. He obviously made history for Arsenal, becoming the youngest ever player to start a game when he played in the Carabao Cup last season. Obviously, Neto was cup tied. I think Ray got injured the game before, and I think Telford was injured as not Telford. Setford was injured as well. So everyone was injured. So this was the only fit keeper that we had. Played the 16. He actually did all right, to be fair, considering of his age and lack of obviously game time. But yeah, the goalkeeper has a bright future, but we need plenty more game time and experience to obviously progress further. Andre Burton must find a loan for Arsenal youth keeper. With so many talented goalkeepers on the books in the academy, Andre Burton will be tasked with finding them a way to get minutes. There will be needed to loan a few individuals to get those minutes with the lack of opportunities in the youth setup. Obviously, you already really play one goalkeeper in the youth setup, really. You don't really rotate like that. So, yeah, it could be a difference between helping them progress or obviously stalling their future. So, yeah, we have got a few keepers, all at the same age, though, man. Apart from, obviously, Kepa, when he comes in, he's going to be 31. But, yeah, I just feel like we definitely could be doing more in terms of obviously our youth setup and how we're going to try and integrate these kind of players in there. Have you seen the photo of our coach on holiday? Because that doesn't look like a guy with any pressure on him. Best of the rest mentality. Yeah, man, I have seen that, bro. Obviously, seen that with Arteta with his wife on the beach and stuff like that. Yeah, it just looks too lack for me. And for me, yeah, I feel like this sparry period just kind of sums Arsenal up in terms of in the transfer window, just in terms of like the lack of needing and urgency to win. Like, doesn't seem like there is one. When you look at the likes of City and Liverpool, obviously when them getting in players, not because obviously them getting in players quickly, but the type of players they're getting in. These are top players like Renders and obviously Wirtz as well. And they're getting it over the line because they want to win. They actually want to win. And to be fair to Liverpool, I gave Liverpool's board a bit of stick last year because I was like, how can you get a new manager in and not give him any kind of players, bro? Like, you gave him one player, Chiesa, which was kind of like a last minute deal, and he didn't even play him. Like, how can you do that? But then he went on to win the league. But to be fair to the board now, they actually are backing him. Now that he's won the league, they're like, you know what do you actually want? We'll give you 2 new fullbacks. We'll give you Wirtz, even though it's going to cost us over 100 mil. Like, if you want any more players, we'll give you them. And I feel like why are we not doing that in terms of not particularly Arteta, but why are we not backing the team if we're so close and we're finishing second? Why not you doing that a little bit extra just to get us over the line? Because I feel that would really help. Do you know what I mean? Especially in the positions that obviously all the fans want. We all want a new striker. We all want a new left winger. We all want these players that can come in and help the team. And I feel like at the minute we're just not getting that reassurance from the board and even from Burr to a certain extent that the plans are in place to make sure that's a reality in it. But yeah, man. Let me just take that out. I was asking Burr starting with Arteta instead. Would have led to more success. I said maybe also because we've signed different players, but Edu has also preferences that Arteta did not share. Yeah, true. A lot of Brazilian players, a lot of players, like obviously even the Neto thing, I don't think Arteta would have wanted it just because Edu had the Brazilian connections, and obviously I don't think the board wanted to spend that much money on the likes of João Garcia at the time, which would have been 25 mil. I think that was a no-go. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that was mainly the issue, if I'm being honest, man. Otherwise, I feel like we probably would have got a different type of keeper. And I think with the Kepa one, is more, again, obviously someone that plays for Chelsea, someone that's Spanish, is more like an Arteta kind of signing, if we're being honest, man. But yeah, it is because even with the Gyökeres thing, like obviously we've only really been linked with him since Berta came into the job in March. Like we weren't linked with him at all. Obviously, it was actually Ornstein that said that he's one of our priority targets in March. And that's when obviously Berta got the job, February, March time. So other than that, it was just Sesko. That was the only real striker, concrete one that we'd be linked with. Obviously, there was interest in Izak, but that was never really going to go like progress any further than it did, man. So yeah, for me, I feel like we need to make sure that we get our proper signings in for sure. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day again, guys. It's going to be a long day again. I can't even lie, man. Edu has made 2 signings already for Nottingham Forest, by the way, from a club that is in the CWC. Yeah, players Jesus and Cunha for a reported 30 mil. I did see that, bro, that Nottingham Forest are getting. I mean, you're supposed to be 3, but I think they're just on 2 at the minute. But yeah, bro, it just goes to show, man, when you give a guy proper opportunities in terms of how to like strengthen the team, then bro, they could do wonders, man, for sure. They could do wonders for sure, man, because I don't think he had that kind of stroke at Arsenal to the point where it's like you can just get what you want. It always had to be go by Mikel Arteta and what he wanted as well. And I feel like that was a proper detriment to the actual squad planning, squad building, because there's certain players like a Fabio Vieira, for example. You just think, who actually auctioned that off? Was that an Arteta thing? Was that an Edu thing? Like, which one was it? Because it just kind of came out of the blue. We weren't really linked with him before. We kind of just got him, and then we didn't really know where to play him. Like, obviously, Arteta tried to play him number 10. Then he wasn't obviously strong enough for that. It didn't really have the pressing off the ball. Then we tried to play him in the number 8. It was too weak on the ball again. Didn't really lack any kind of confrontation in terms of physical battles, duels, all of that good stuff. Obviously, which you need in the Premier League in the midfield, because you need to be strong to keep the ball, because people are just going to pressurize you. So he didn't work there. And then he tried him on the right wing, but he didn't have the pace, man. Like, obviously, he was neat and tidy on the ball, but again, he didn't have the pace to get past the player. He would always have to cut in. So you would need to literally accommodate his position on the right-hand side to have, like, obviously overlapping fullbacks and obviously people that can link up, do 1-2s and that, which, again, at the time, we didn't have a load of. Do you know what I mean? It was only really Ben White that used to overlap like in the fullback position. So yeah, man, it just turned out to be a waste of 35 million. Is the Kepa thing a done deal or a completed deal, bro? This is what I'm saying, man. This is what we're always hearing: completed deal, done deal, close to the deal. Like, there's no actual definitive like structure in terms of like, okay, this is going to be the guy. We've already got him through the door. Let's move on to someone else. It's always kind of an excuse of why we can't sign someone else, man. So yeah, it is a bit jarring, bro. I can't even lie, man. Big yourself up for the comment though. It says, I've just noticed the logo on the beanie. Is that the Gyökeres celebration? Nah, I wish it was, bro. Man. I wish it was, bro. I'm trying to foresight it, man. I'm trying to manifest it. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to do I'm trying to mess it fair, but big it yourself up, bro. Nah, it's just my own logo, innit? Obviously, it's my own hat in it. Like, I just try to make out one of my own merch. I'm trying to launch, man. But big yourself up, bro, for noticing, man. But yeah, honestly, bro, mate, if we like, what are you guys thinking in the chat, man, about this striker situation? When are we actually going to know? Because again, like I said, next week is start of July, and yeah, still no closer to who we're going to sign. Who are we actually going to sign, man? That's the key issue. That's the key thing here. It's very, very frustrating. I can't lie. Very frustrating, man. Very frustrating. Big up Korean says, all right, tops, karma. What you telling me, bro? I hope you're good. Obviously, the news about Barca wanting Rashford online, I'll get into it obviously later. But yeah, I hope you're good, bro. Obviously, Man United fan. And yeah, just talking about obviously the striker situation for Arsenal and who do you think we're gonna get, and when do you think we're gonna get them, etc., etc. Because yeah, it's longing out, man. It is longing out, bro. I'll be so real. It is longing out. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with it. We'll have to wait and see what happens with it, man, for sure. But big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, all of that good stuff, man. But yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Arsenal fans are gonna freak, are gonna break the internet, keyboards, laptop, TV, phones, all of that stuff. Yeah, for sure. July 1st, and this is the pressure you put on yourself, and this is what I'm saying about the PR spin. When you try and this is what has happened with the Zubimendi deal, because you've obviously announced it so many times and you've done it like every time we got knocked out. The law about the deal, everyone's just lost it. It's like whatever, we want to move on to the next thing because we've just heard about it for the last 6 months. So it's the same with obviously the July 1st like claims of, oh, we need to wait till July 1st to obviously do certain things. And it's like, bro, like, why do we have to wait so long to get a deal over the line? And then everyone's going to be expecting July 1st, we need to get striker in, we need to get this in, because it's like, okay, you've told us we need to wait till then. Like, you better deliver then, innit? So even then, and I bet you they're going to drag it out, and it's going to be someone else, and it's going to be another time span as well, man. It's crazy, man. You better start practicing Rashford's mentality celebration. That is crazy. Funny how he has the celebration whilst having one of the worst mentalities for a professional footballer. Bro, I wanted to ask you about obviously the Garnacho thing, because I think that's a disgrace. Bro, him doing that is crazy considering he still plays for Man United. It's terrible. Absolutely. I think that's worse than, I mean, okay, Rashford's obviously done a few bad things in terms of missing training and that, but that's definitely up there for sure, bro. How can you do that, man? How can you wear another player's shirt who, one, wants to leave the club, two, it's another shirt in general, and you're posting on Instagram unprovoked? Like, no one told you to do that. Do you know what I mean? I think it's terrible. But yeah, big up Carlos. He says, yo, Korean blood. Obviously, I've literally just seen that Chelsea won last night, 3-0, Liam Delap getting his first goal. So yeah, big him up, I guess. How was the Bonnie Blues petting zoo, Carlos? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I miss you, bro. I hope you had a good time. Says Korean. Mr. says, oh, my day's gone. Actually, absolute S-head. Yeah, bro, terrible, man. I think it's atrocious. Absolutely atrocious, bro. I mean, that how he's acted after that Europa League final has been a disgrace. Like, making the final all about himself because he didn't get more than 20 minutes. Like, he's done anything decent this season anyway, for one. And then just how he's acted afterwards, like, oh, he doesn't know if he's going to be staying at the club. I just feel like he's just acting bigger than his ability actually is at the minute. Like, he's not done anything in the game, innit? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't understand why he's burning the bridges with the fans. What did we do? LOL. I don't really care. I just want him gone for a good price so we can get some profit. No, I hear that. I hear that, bro. I hear that, man. But yeah, it's just a bit strange, man, why you would do that, innit? Like I said, if he's got a problem with the coach or the obviously the club, then that's a bit different. But yeah, disrespect to the fans wearing other teams' shirts when you're not even sold yet is kind of crazy. I'll be honest, man. I'm trying to obviously promote Rashford prop as well at the same time as man. He said, I watched the 2 a.m. Chelsea kickoff. I'm happy. Obviously, you won 3-0. And I'm just seeing that you're on the good side of the draw. You're not on the side of Man City. I don't know how you've done that, to be fair. Finishing seconds actually helped you. You're not on the side of PSG, Man City, Real Madrid. They're on the other side of the draw. So if you get one of them teams going to be in the final, if you get there, obviously. So yeah, I think you got Benfica in the next round, and then potentially you might have another Brazilian team, and then potentially in the semis, either Juventus or Dortmund. It's looking like it. So yeah, you might be able to get quite far in this. To be fair, now that obviously the draw is obviously handed you a decent draw. To be fair, big up Carlos. Korean says big up Korean as well. But yeah, man, obviously, like I said, with the striker situation, yeah. Again, it was same day, same thing with Arsenal, man, in terms of having no kind of conclusion on what's happening. I just want it to be have a revolution now so everyone can move on and we can actually just look forward to the preseason and the start of the season as well, man. It's crazy. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely madness, man. Korean says, if the fans have been critical, then this form during the last season's warrants criticism as a professional footballer. If he has a problem with the coach, then do an interview. Why is he throwing shade on the fans? Yeah, it is very weird, man. I can't lie. It is very weird, bro. Like, I don't understand. But I don't understand, like, the frustration from him. It's not like he's been playing amazing and he's been left out the side and he thinks he can do more. It's like when he's been given a load of opportunities as well. Do you know what I mean? And he's just not delivered, in my opinion. as a collective. I'm just in it to collect the P from the competition. Yeah, I did see it's over $1 million a win, I think, or something like that, which is crazy. To be fair, very strange behavior. Carlos says the lap is quality. Yeah, he's a good player. He is a very good player. And it looks like Jackson might be on his way out, man. Obviously, another red card. Doesn't look like he's going to play again in the tournament unless he gets to the final semis or whatever. So, but yeah, it looks like the lap might have taken his place already, even though he just got there, man. But yeah, just getting the feeling Chelsea are going to end up in the final. Pays me to say it. God forbid they win it. Yeah, I know, bro. I mean, the run is looking decent for them, to be fair. It is looking decent for them. I can't even lie. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if they can get there. Obviously, they do struggle against Brazilian teams. And if they beat Benfica, they'll have a Brazilian team in the next round. So yeah. It's crazy, man. The lap is superb. Bargain buy, bro. Nah, it was a good buy, to be fair. It was 30 mil in this climate. A young English striker who can score goals in the Premier League for Ipswich, who are not, obviously, they're a championship side, man. And he scored a decent amount of goals for them. So, yeah, definitely can improve in that regards for sure. I said to Sal Jackson, he's not good enough. Yeah, you did say that, to be fair, as well. And yeah, he's becoming a liability, though. That's the thing. Not even just in terms of like missing chances, but bro, these red cards, man, that's 2 in the last, what 4 or 5 games? And they're like 3-game ban red cards. It's not like it's a professional foul. Do you know what I mean? They're just like this, obviously, what's the word? I can't even think of the word, man. Obviously, dangerous foul play, sorry. So, yeah, it's not great, man. Bro, did you see Rashford saying his idol was Thierry Henry, obviously, with his background for playing for Barcelona? Man, is shameless. Yeah, I'm going to get into that, actually, now, man, because, yeah, that is kind of crazy, bro. That is kind of crazy, man. Obviously, Rashford. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, the thing is, Barcelona is looking like reports actually do want him, which is, I'm shocked, man, to be fair. I'm actually shocked that is the case. Because, yeah, man, I feel like I don't feel like he's warranted a Barcelona move, if I'm being honest. But yeah, obviously, this is the article, this is a report. Barcelona keen on a loan move for Marcus Rashford, even if Nico Williams arrives. So they want 2. Which I'm just thinking, I don't know, man, because they've already got Yamal, they've already got Rafinha there, they've got Fernan Torres, unless he gets sold. Obviously, Lewandowski obviously plays up front. So they have got a few attacking wide options already. So to get 2 more, I'm thinking, where are you going to play all these players? Because Yamal's definitely starting, and Rafinha should start based off, obviously, him scoring the amount of goals and the assist he got last year. So I don't understand where all these players are going to fit. Do you get it? So we'll have to see, man. It says Manchester United's players' versatility is an asset. Flick believes Rashford will enhance his options. Barcelona eyeing a loan move for Marcus Rashford, with the 27-year-old flexibility across the front line viewed as an asset, man. So yeah, the fact you can play up front, you can play in the left and the right, but surely you got Fernan Torres who can literally do the same thing. He can play up front, and I thought he did pretty well covering Lewandowski's injury at the back end of last season, because he obviously Lewandowski got injured during the crunch time. And I thought he did all right, to be honest with you, but it looks like they might want to replace him. Obviously, Barcelona's number 1 target is Nico Williams. Bro, I could have told you this like 2 summers ago. This is why I said when Arsenal were chasing him, it was just a waste of time, man. Do you know what I mean? Absolute waste of time. Bigger Korean, he says Rashford just joined the chat based on how shameless he is. Yeah, I hear it, man. Him, Vidic, a couple other man in here would go in. Rashford will say anything for a move he wants. Yeah, 100%. I completely agree, bro. Obviously, if we can get him out of the club, I would be happy. But if we have a Barcelona fan, I don't know why he would be looking at Rashford. But Rashford wouldn't start for Newcastle's first team right now. Like, I mean, this is what I mean. And this is what I'm saying about Rashford. Like, he's not going to be starting ahead of Yamal and Rafinha or Lewandowski at the minute. So he would literally be a squad player. And even if they get Nico Williams, you'd assume that he's going to be starting ahead of him as well, bro. So, yeah, it is a mad one, man. Barca will end up with Nico. They're just using Rashford rumor to get favorable terms with Bilbao. That's not a bad shout, to be fair. But he does say in his article that they want both, which I don't know if I believe, man, to be honest with you. Because, yeah, it's a lot. Why would you get him on loan when you're going to get Nico Williams as your new, like, kind of forward? Maybe to, I mean, again, who would you replace? I think Yamal is amazing. And then, obviously, Rafinha's numbers are a joke last year. Do you know what I mean? 30-plus goals, I think 20-plus assists. So it'd be very harsh to get rid of any of those. And because they won, 3 trophies? Did they win the triple? I can't even remember. I think they won the double anyway. I can't remember. But they won multiple trophies last year. It'd be hard to change that front 3 unless you're going to maybe not get rid of Lewandowski, but obviously integrate him out of the team because he's getting a bit older. That's the only real position I can see that's up for grabs at the minute, because the other 2 are just killing it. So, yeah, man. But again, it's a squad game. Do you want to do well in Champions League? I'm sure you could rotate. Nico Williams is a bit younger as well, so maybe he could spend time on the bench and he can come in and out to improve his game. So yeah, but yeah, it just goes on to say that Barcelona's number one target is Nico Williams. Or even if the Athletic Bilbao wide player is signed, Hansi Flick believes the Manchester United forward will enhance his options. Rashford's pace from the wing and ability to operate at a 9 would deepen the squad and giving the head coach a capable deputy for Lewandowski at centre forward. The thing is, I've never rated Rashford in the nine like that, man. I can't lie. Like, even though obviously he's normally a striker, I just feel like he needs to be in like a front two. Because when he's up front, bro, you can't really play with his back to goal. He's literally you're just kind of trying to kick it in. What the position obviously when he was obviously firing all the goals was when he was on that left, like that left side forward, and he used to drift in, similar to Thierry Henry, to be fair. He used to like cut in and drift in onto the left, onto his right foot, and make those kind of inward, outward runs. I think that's when he was like at his best. But when he's just a focal point up front, I don't think he gives enough, man. There's not, because he's not really like a massively intelligent kind of link-up play kind of player. Can't really play with his back to goal. He's not the greatest, like, in terms of technique, in terms of like keeping the ball and stuff like that, protecting the ball. He's more better running at your defense in behind. So yeah, I don't know, man, that in terms of number 9. But again, Barca might play a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it is a bit of a tricky one still. Big up the chat as always, man. Rashford needs a Bundesliga move. That pace and style would let him flourish. Yeah, Bundesliga wouldn't be, even Serie A, bro. Serie A, Bundesliga, them kind of moves there. But you see how Sancho was killing it up in the Bundesliga, bro. I feel like, yeah, he could probably do similar at like a Dortmund or something. My friend is a Chelsea fan. He just made an outright bet on them to win this competition because he said they got English England's route into the competition that usually doesn't end well. Yeah, they have got an easier route. They're literally not going to play any of the quote unquote favorites: PSG, Real Madrid, Manchester City to the final. So yeah, man, it doesn't look like they've got a good chance of getting to the final for sure. There are too many players at United who really think they're the main characters, like Garnacho, Rashford, Sancho. Mentality rotten to the core. Yeah, you got to question your owners and your boards, man, giving these guys massive money. I'm not obviously Garnacho, but Rashford and Sancho for sure. Both of them are on 300k. And you can say Rashford might have deserved it because he got 30 goals that season, but to put Sancho on that was crazy, considering obviously he just joined the club. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't a thing where he'd really shown anything in obviously at your club before you start to give him a massive pay rise. But yeah, 300k is crazy. This is why you can't sell up either of them at a minute, because they don't want to put down their wages. And also as well, when you look at it, they're not going to, innit? Like, why would I put down my wages when you were stupid enough to give me the wages in the first place, man? So you can't really blame them, innit? With the amount of games in the season, there's no harm in being a squad player, to be honest with you. There's minutes for grabs, and you need quality on the bench. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Especially with the Champions League, extra games as well. Obviously, there's going to be a World Cup at the end of the season. So you're looking at it like that, bro, there's a lot of time to like rotate and obviously play different players. And you're going to get injuries, isn't it? We've seen it with Arsenal. We've seen it with obviously other teams as well in the season. Obviously Chelsea a couple of seasons ago, when you just got a load of injuries, you kind of need those kind of extra players to show up in it. Marino said Rashford wasn't a 9 years ago and they tried to crucify him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is true, to be fair. This is when he was obviously playing Lukaku up there as well. He should have played as a striker, but his development was ruined when he was shifted to the left, right, etc. Nah, yeah, that's true as well. Because obviously when he played against us and he scored those 2 goals, he was playing up front, and he was more like a the style he was playing at the time was more like a Jermaine Defoe, kind of drifting in, trying to get those like chances on the half turn, trying to be like an acute striker. But then, like you said, because I don't know if that's when you bought Lukaku. After that, I think he was. And then obviously to accommodate Lukaku, you obviously put him, because to be fair, at the time Lukaku was a better striker because Rashford was still young. To still play Rashford, you put him on the left and right, and then yeah, his game just didn't develop. There was a period through like 2018 to like 21 or 20 where he just didn't improve in terms of like his game just didn't evolve. I mean, he was still scoring goals, but like you weren't seeing different elements of his game where you think, oh my god, that was pretty good from Rashford. But yeah, it kind of just stayed stagnant. He just, for me, just not recovered from that. Big up ST, Morning Tops, and the chat. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend that this is the new morning show. And all that good stuff. But yeah, in an interview with a Spanish YouTuber, Ruiz at the weekend revealed something of Rashford's thoughts on his future. Asked if he would like to be teammates with Lamine Yamal. He said yes, for sure. Everyone wants to play with the best. Hopefully we'll see that. Obviously the sporting director Deco told the Thailand radio station in May that the club liked Rashford. So there is actually general interest. If the sporting director is saying that, Deco obviously was a fantastic player for Barcelona. There must be some truth in it, which I'm pretty shocked, to be honest. I'm pretty shocked. But yeah, Barcelona definitely have a type of players that they like to play and sign for sure. It's difficult to put into words what Yamal is doing because he's not supposed to be doing that at 16, 17. I don't think we've seen that before. Spain is nice, and it's not too far from home. Sorry, Rashford, who spent the second half of the season on loan at Aston Villa, is one of the United's highest paid players, earning around £370,000 a week. Whoever signed up on that contract, bro, that is scandalous. That is scandalous, bro. Unreal, man, unreal. Oh my days. Yeah, that's shocking. That is bad. That is really bad. I didn't realize that much. Gee, if that's base, yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. While United would ideally want a loan fee, they may be forced to accept a deal that involves Barca paying a proportion of the wages. Oh, for sure, bro. Like, you can't expect loan fee and then them paying the majority of the thing, bro. That is mad. Or all of the thing as well, bro. That's peas, man. Right, that's what, nearly 400 grand a week, bro, for Rashford. Yeah, crazy, man. Jadon Sancho, another United winger, is being monitored by Fenerbahce. You know, obviously Mourinho wants him. I did see a quote saying he'd be willing to pay for him. The 25-year-old has spent the last seasons and a half on loan to Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea. So yeah, I mean, yeah, man, he's going outside, bro. I can't lie. Like, Turkish league at 25, it ain't the one, bro. It ain't the one. I'll be honest, man. It definitely ain't the one. Rashford needs a new league. United could use the transfer fee and the wages off the books, bro. I'm seeing that. I'm trying to think of a team that's going to be willing to pay money for him and his wages. That's the thing, because he's not going to win it. He's not going to want to go down unless his contract runs out. Do you know what I mean? And then he's going to have to renegotiate a contract, which will probably be on smaller wages. But I'm not sure how much years he's got left. Maybe 2, and whatnot. But it's very difficult, man. Very difficult. The only thing that might be able to change him, I think, the thing that you're going to have to do is what we did with Aubameyang, is just pay his contract out, just rip it up, and then just make him negotiate a new contract with Barcelona with no transfer fee. That's probably the only way you could probably do it, man, if I'm being honest, because no one's going to pay a fee and his wages, bro. They're just not going to do it. Not for him, man. It's just too much outlay, sorry. Barca has so much talent, though. I would just give the youngsters from minutes after over Rashford. Lopez is a beast. Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. They've got a lot of quality in there as well, man. And Rashford was always a pace merchant. As soon as his pace went, his quality went. Very limited player. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, his link-up play was always limited, to be fair. And you know what? I feel like his pace is still there. I just think, especially at Man United, he just wasn't doing it enough. I think Man United's team needed more than him just running behind. I think when people and teams like sussed that out, he kind of needed to develop a different like dynamic to his game, and he just didn't do it. It was just kind of the same player back in like 2017, 18. Like, he didn't really develop. Obviously, that one season he did very, very well. I feel like Man United played to his strengths for sure. And obviously, bro, when you're playing for a contract, you perform different. We've seen it with Aubameyang. We've seen it with Salah just. I'll be shocked if Salah gets the same amount of numbers, not because he's not a good player, but just because when you play for a contract, you just get that extra kind of, I don't know, man, motivation to do very well, man. Your Korean Esteval Willian talked to me. Did he play last night? I'm not sure. I didn't see you're a whole team, and I just seen the score and whatnot. What am I talking to you about? He seems like a good player, but I haven't watched him. But yeah, I don't even know enough about him, but he seems like a wonder kid for sure. Massive Zestable. These slander names are crazy, man. The boy is him. With the Brazilian thing. Man said, okay player, mad hype. Bro, I've never watched him play in it, so I'm not going to say he's amazing or he's rubbish or whatever. So, but hopefully, yeah, for obviously Chelsea's sake, you get like a decent kind of run with him in the team. Do you know what I mean? That contract was handed to him before Ineos. At least Ineos doesn't seem to be giving out stupid wages like that. For instance, the Mbeumo contract looking like 150, but no one talking about that. Yeah, I mean, there was reports that it was going to be 200k, and I was like, raw, that's a massive jump from, was it 50k or whatever? But yeah, it just looks like it's a steady increase. Obviously, he deserves an increase because, again, scoring 20 Premier League goals is nothing to be sniffed at. That's a proper player for sure. This just shows the agenda against Manchester United. I realistically, I would sell him at a discount and sponsor some of his wages at his new club. Bro, yeah, honestly, just rip up the contract. I know it's easier said than done, and it's a lot of money for you to obviously just waste, but at least you just cut ties with him instead of loaning him out every single year, because you know no one's going to pay the fee for him. He's just the fee and the wages together. It's just too much, man. Like nearly 400 grand. Like who's got money to spend on that? Because again, he's rarely gonna want to obviously put it down. So you're either gonna just have to halve it, where they pay half or you pay half, or they pay a majority and then you pay a little bit. But he's still gonna be on the books because they're not gonna actually want to obviously buy him in it. So yeah, big up ST. It says two things: United are cheeky to ask for a loan fee. Secondly, United will have to pay at least 50% of the wages. Yeah, I think I can't remember what the percentage was when he was at Villa. I'm sure they paid like it was more than half. I think it was. I think Villa paid like 60%, 70% or something like that. Which would still be like what 200 grand or whatever. So crazy, man. And then United still paid some of the fees. So yeah, man. Very, very cheeky, bro. Very cheeky. This is the situation they've got themselves in. And this is probably the downside of ostracizing your key player with a lot of money when you know that, bro, people know that you don't want to keep him. So it's like, well, we're not going to pay you a loan fee. We're not going to buy him. We'll just loan him to get him off your hands. But bro, we don't want that baggage permanently. We want to see how he does on loan first. And then if he does very well, we can get it back. It doesn't look like Villa are going to obviously sign him again. I don't think. I think Rashford obviously only went to Villa personally because he got ostracized at Man United. He still wanted to play, and he did manage to get back into the England team in it squad. So, but yeah, he's not going to be eyeing up and move to Barcelona. It's Barcelona, bro. Like, why would you not? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy, man. I know way. Can United pay off Rashford's contract? That's a massive contract. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think how much we paid at Aubameyang, because I think he had like 2 years left, and he was on like 300 and something. I'm pretty sure. So, but yeah, I don't think he wasn't on as much as that though. Rashford's on way more than him. So yeah, it's gonna be difficult, man. You're gonna have to take an L though, ST, because it's like when does it end? Like I said, if he's got 2 years left on his contract, bro, you're gonna be doing this time next season. You're gonna be doing the same thing, and obviously you're still paying for him, even though he's on loan. You're still paying a part of his contract anyway. So it's like, we'd rather just pay it in full, and then we don't have to pay and think about you ever again. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So, but yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. Because again, I just can't see anyone paying the fee. Big up Korean says, have you seen some of his pressing compilations? He's a disgrace. His mentality is the main issue, bro. You know what? The one game that I always remember, bro, about his pressing, I think you played Newcastle away. I don't know if it was last season or season 4, bro. He was he was just walking. Like when I say walking, yeah, the guy was just walking around. Like it wasn't even attempting to run, never mind press. It was a disgrace. It was so bad. Like he didn't care. I don't know why he was acting like that, man. So yeah, I can't remember if it was last season or season before. But yeah, it was definitely one of those games. It might not have been the season just gone, because obviously you ostracized him. It might have been the season before that. That he did that, man. But I just remember that game, and thinking, bro, his work rate off the ball ain't it, man. I can't really blame him if he's paid that much. I don't think he can get up for most games. Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying, bro. When you get the money so early, so quickly on, the motivation, man. Because you just know, I think Sancho suffers from it a little bit as well. Because imagine getting 300 grand when you're Sancho, and he's like, bro, okay, this is probably the best contract I'm ever going to get. Regardless, I'm going to get paid regardless of what club I play at. So, because you would think you would want more like time to be at a club and be steady for his career. This is why I was so surprised. So remember, Dortmund did want him on a permanent basis, Sancho, but he said no because they couldn't pay his wage. They couldn't afford his wages, bro, and he didn't want to drop it down. So it just depends how much you value like your career compared to obviously the money you're getting. Listen, it's life generation, top money, 300k a week. Why would you say like no? I'm gonna want to put my money down. This is what I said about the Party situation. Like Party, from his perspective, he's on what 200 grand. He's been on the same money for 5 years. This is the opportunity, literally, to get a pay rise. Like, why would you not want to take it? Whether it's at Arsenal or somewhere else, even though you'd want to stay at Arsenal, but if they're not willing to do it, why would you not go somewhere else where they're going to be willing to pay you that? Because again, you've got no transfer fee because you're on a free. So I don't really blame players that do that, man. But again, sometimes it's got to have a bit of a push and shove in it. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you got to obviously mention your career and say, you know what, your career is more important than the kind of the massive money you're on. I'll take a bit of a paid cut so I can be happy in my career, and then maybe I can get another pay rise when I start performing well. That's one way to look at it for sure. It says there's no agendas. It's fact, bro. Man, money hounded out previously. That's hard to rectify. Also heading that way with 29. Older fart. Jesus, in gangs wages. As an older fart, that's crazy. But yeah, no, listen, I hear it, bro. Like it. The thing is, as well, it's because of the jump as well. Obviously, we've been criticized with the jump we've had from Zinchenko and other players, obviously, Havertz, other guys that are at a certain amount of money at one club, and then you just boost them up. Even Jesus, man, because he was only on like 100 and something at City, I mean, he's on like 265, and he didn't warrant that amount of pay rise. Do you know what I mean? So it is hard to get off, especially when they don't obviously repay it in their performances, isn't it? Just know that Chelsea have a history of killing wonder kids, and the Premier is so bad for developing young players. So it's Korean. The formation they play at Barca suits the players, not just them. Plenty of other teams as well, but the Arsenal 4-3-3 doesn't suit us with the attacking players we have now because we know the coach won't change. Yeah, I agree with that, man. I feel like, and I said it with Colin, big up Colin, on the Arsenal Chill show yesterday. Like, you look at the likes of Martinelli, man, when he's in that inside forward playing that kind of not false nine, but into that 9 role, but he's able to drift off and make runs on the back of players. That's when he's at his best, man. But when he's doing what he's doing on the left wing, isolated, trying to beat his man, he's not a left winger, innit? He's more like an inside forward. I think he's just nullified, and I don't think it suits him as a player in general. Same with Saka, man. I feel like Saka could do more. But again, when you look at all of his goals, he's a touchline kind of winger as well. Like, he's just on the touchline. He's never a chance where he's played through either. Like, we look at all of his goals, it's just him cutting in, either shooting or cutting in and crossing. Like, I want to see him more inside in the box, bro. Like, making runs through or whatever, and you're playing him one-on-one through, because I feel like he can score more goals when he's got that one-on-one chance kind of thing, but we don't really get him in that kind of position. So yeah, man, I feel like that's definitely some tactical tweaks we should definitely do next season for sure. But yeah, man, unless you get consistent playing time, the ideal situation would be for Lil Bro to do his stupid point to the head celebration in Saudi. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, he's never gonna go Saudi now, especially when he's got inkling of your man, these guys sniffing around, whether it's like you said, Barcelona or Aston Villa, like, because I think he'll still get Premier League interest. They just don't want to pay a fee for him. They'd rather just, if they can't come to an agreement where they get him on a free, they'll just pay like a loan fee and just have him for the season kind of thing. And he's only what, he's 27, 28, so he's not 30 yet. So there's still time for him to obviously develop and do his thing for sure. In their eyes, for sure, man. Bro really thinks he's playing with the Lamine Yamal. He's going to infect him with his terrible mentality. Nah, no way. To be honest with you, I feel like he's going to get microwave minutes anyway, bro. Because when you think about it, even though there'll be rotation and he'll probably play in La Liga if they do sign him, bro, Yamal and Rafinha are going to be on the bulk of the big games anyway. And because they're trying to win La Liga and Champions League, they're probably going to be playing the majority. They might get rotated here and there if there's a few injuries. But yeah, man, I don't think he's going to be playing with him too often, if I'm being honest, man. You little bro, have you been to Belfast and calling sick? I never apologize. It's sick. Stay away from your mouth. That's funny, man. That's funny. A girl's YouTube channel is inspired by Rashford's goal celebration. Is that a hint, Tops? Bro, man says a girl's in the know, you know. That's crazy. Nah. Nah. As long as Arsenal don't get linked with them, then I'm calling it, because yeah, we've been down this garden path way too many times. Already know the deal with top rival rejects or guys that they don't want, man, coming to Arsenal. It doesn't end very, very, very well. So yeah, nah, man. Jim Radcliffe to pay Rashford off with chicken and food stamps, bro. Man, like Julius from Everybody Hates Christian now. Man said food stamps. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, these man, bro. What do you man think about Man United's obviously expenditure in terms of like them getting money and stuff like that, and spending money this transfer window? Because apparently the Mbeumo deal is gone through. In terms of not gone through, but the offer's gone in. The second offer over 60 mil. That'll be 62 on Cunha, 60 plus on Mbeumo. Then they want the striker. Then they want a new keeper. Like, how much money do you think they can actually spend without European football? But then at the same breath, they're telling everyone they've got no money. So it's like, what's going on here? But yeah, it's crazy. ST says, would you take Rashford to Arsenal if United pay? Nah, bro. No. ST, pick yourself up. But nah, man. We've been down this path already with Sterling, bro. Like, no, man. Nah. Sorry, nah. I just don't want anyone from these guys, bro. I'm sorry. Like, just get like I said before, and I think in the last stream, get the next Rashford, get the next Sterling. Just get someone new, fresh. That's going to be the next one, innit? Do you know what I mean? Because bro, these guys, they're past their best, man. Like, Rashford's not going to get to that 30-goal season, in my opinion, again. He might get close to it, but I don't think that's going to be his best season, I think. Because he was literally scoring. He was scoring like in every game. Like, every game I'm seeing this, bro. Like, literally every game I'm seeing that. Whether it's home, away. Remember, he scored at the Emirates, did that. He scored at the Nou Camp, he did that. You know what I mean? He was scoring everywhere, bro. So, yeah, that for me, that will be his best season. So obviously scored in the League Cup final as well. So, but yeah, man, nah, because again, you're kind of just hoping that he does better than he has been doing the last 2-3 seasons, and then people are going to be surprised when he's just exactly the same, inconsistent. He'll score a couple of goals here or there, but he won't track back. He won't be really threatening. He won't be in the game. He doesn't really link up as well. He kind of needs service a lot, especially on the left or up front. So yeah, it's kind of limited, man, as a player, to be honest with you, in terms of what you can actually do with him. You've got to really play for him. Like the team has to play him in terms of like he's got to be on the obviously on the outskirts. Also, as well, during the low block, it's very difficult for him to get into the game because again, he's not really a link-up player, so he can't really be very like cute in those kind of tight areas where you're trying to do like 1-2s and stuff. Doesn't really do that. Like he's more again in behind, space, pace. This is why against all the top teams, you always used to score against like a Liverpool, Arsenal, whatever, because these teams would obviously press Man United, space in behind, ball over the top, or in transition as well. Literally all the goals he scores at the Emirates are just in transition, bro. Like they win the ball in the second third, and then we're out of position, and then yeah, he's got a free shot goal and he scores. But when there's like a low block kind of situation, it's very difficult for him to get into the game just because of the type of player he is. So nah, not for me. So no for me, bro. I can't lie, man. I said LOL. The chicken might be a bit dodgy though. I hear that, man. I hear that. This is the new Chelsea Korean youth project. Lordy, lordy, lord. Lordy, lord, bro. Can't wait for the convos from top gooners on when we get players. Those signings where the Arteta and Berta, they're not going to admit that they're not good enough to get us over the line in any competition. Yeah, I mean, listen, bro. It's crazy, man. I feel like it's mad how Berta's getting some blame already compared to Arteta, man, when he literally just come in. Like, bro, the window's not even closed yet. Like, we don't even sign anyone yet. Yeah, you got to wait in it. I know, obviously, I get why people are frustrated and they don't want to wait and stuff like that. But yeah, you got to give Berta some. If you can give Arteta 6 years, then surely Berta can get at least more than 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on here? But yeah, I get the frustration, man. It's because we've been waiting so long for a league title, no one in the Champions League. So it's a bit of a frustrating time, man. But yeah, we have to wait and see what it does, to be honest. The chicken from the 1-star cafe ST, bro, it's crazy. The fact that I got slept on as well, by the way. The fact that they're nasty. The fact they got a 1-star. That's a disgrace. Disgracia. Disgracia, yeah? That's shocking, bro. 1 star. You know how bad that is? That's like this, bro. You're the hygiene level must be grade A, bro, in terms of disgraceful. Like, that's terrible, man. 1 star, you know. Yeah, mad. Chelsea could be a problem, but their owners are about profits. If Chelsea get their top tier keeper, bad boy striker, left winger, you are in business, maybe in centre back. Yeah, I think they're the positions they need. Midfield set. I think yeah, get a proper striker, proper keeper. Maybe like a proper centre back, like, because I feel like you can have like a top one, and then the other ones that you've got can like kind of fill in, whether it's Chalobah or Colwell or whatever, toss in. But you get top one. He's supposed to be Fofana, but unfortunately with the injuries, he obviously couldn't stay fit in it. But yeah. He's literally the spine bar in the midfield. I think the midfield set, like I said, you got Palmer as well. Yeah. So it's only like 4 positions, and then I think you'll be decent, to be honest. I think we'll get Magan still. I'm calm. Another black keeper, man. Gittins is well coming in as well. Need another striker though and a centre back. But for now, I'm content. Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah. How do you feel about Gittins coming in, man? I've not seen too much of him. Obviously, he's well renowned or whatnot. Had a good obviously season at Dortmund. Still young, 20 years old. But yeah, be interested in how he gets on and where that leaves like Madueke and all these kind of other wingers that you've got. I know Mudrik's probably going to get a 4-year ban, which is crazy. Obviously Sancho's gone back as well. So yeah, in terms of that wing position, there is a slot open, definitely there, man, for sure. In your squad, don't know what's gonna happen with Jackson. Is he gonna move to the left if you get another striker? Is he gonna get sold himself? Don't know. So yeah. Bro, the entire football community was saying Mbeumo only going to United for the money. 250k a week is mad. When a credible journalist is saying it's 150k, not a squeak from these 40 content creators. It's a disgrace. Like myself, bro. Agendas after agenda, innit? Do you know what I mean? To me, I still think it's a good deal. Even if you are paying him 200k, you got to think like he's got 20 league goals. I don't think anyone in your squad, maybe Rashford. I can't even think Rashford's got 20 league goals. Has got 20 league goals before, so he should be on that based off that logic, innit? And also, it's hard to get 20, bro. Like I said, Arsenal have not got 20 since Aubameyang in 2020, bro. And we've been challenging for the league, and our guys are getting 10, 11, 12, scraping 13. Do you know what I mean? And this guy got 20 for Brentford, bro. This is what I say about Thomas Frank. And this is what I mean about Spurs in terms of hopefully they don't get a good striker, because Thomas Frank, he knows how to get the best out of his strikers. You got certain managers like that. Thomas Frank, Unai Emery, they just get the best, the top deals out of their strikers for sure. Make sure you guys smash the like buttons on this thing, man. Only on 5 likes, man. What you guys doing, bro? Make sure you smash it, get it to 10 likes at least. What's going on, people? I agree. Civil war settings, just the striker situation has caused such a heated debate. 100%, man. Korean, if you're United, get Mbuemo, what will be your front three? Cunha, Mbuemo, and Højlund or Zertsky? All good question, man. I mean, to be fair, I did see Højlund is linked with Inter Milan, and they were like incredible links from Fabrizio, and I want to say Diamato as well. He was linking them with him as well. So yeah, Diamazio, sorry. So yeah, it depends on who the striker we're signing is. Højlund needs to go. I think realistically, United are going to keep Zertsky, but I don't think he's good enough striker. You know what? I'll give Zertsky a chance, bro. To be unfair, I'll give him a chance with better players, because there's certain elements of his game. I'm like, you know what? That's not too bad. Do you know what I mean? His link up play and stuff like that. I feel like he can obviously incorporate certain other players into the play, and I think he's a player that doesn't have to score to have a good game, which is I think is kind of crucial, considering again it's hard to score loads of goals in the Premier League. So if you're not scoring, at least can contribute towards the team, whether it's going forward or whatever, or creating other players. But yeah, I keep him, man. And because obviously you got one game a week. I think you can rotate with him and probably your new striker and see what happens, man. He's far worse than and that's probably why you probably don't rate him or don't think he's good enough, because the silly comparisons. People saying Zerkamp, bro, like comparing it to Burkamp, comparing it to Berbatov, like just relax. And this is why I say, Corinne, obviously Arsenal fans do it, but Man United fans do it as well, bro. Like every fan does it, where they just over exaggerate their players. It's so annoying. Like Arsenal fans do it with Saka, Arsenal fans do it with other players as well, when they just overgas them. But then obviously Man United fans, bro. But man said Zerkamp, that is crazy. Ibori and Messi, man. Like, what are we doing here? Big up Saeed though, but yeah, that's crazy. Big up ST says, what striker will you get though? Would you still want Gyökeres, even though he said he wants Arsenal's first choice? Yeah, I know. That's the thing, man. That's the thing, bro. I don't know who you're gonna get. To be fair, I mean, Gyökeres, I think still will be on the market if we get Sesko, because I think we still will. Yeah, you could still get Gyökeres, man. If we put I don't want Gyökeres, bro needs to right Sporting. Man's taking it personally, man. That's his level. It's looking like Ekiti or Osimhen striker. What Chelsea or for Man United? Who are you thinking, Carlos? But yeah, bro, no one's really been linked with Osimhen, bro. No one's really been linked with him, man. Like I said, people were saying on my chat, like, why not? I think it was Korean that said it. And the only thing I can say is the agent, man. The agent is probably had put a bad like reputation on his name to the point where it's like people don't want to deal with him in it. So that's the only thing I can think of, bro. Because why would you not want to sign him? He's been prolific in obviously in Italy. Sorry, won obviously the league in Serie A with Napoli. Then he's gone to Turkey, won the double in the Turkish leagues, got X amount of goals, which you would expect, but you still got to do it. Do you know what I mean? And he's done it. So yeah, why? And he's available to buy. So he's in a decent age. He scored goals in the Champions League as well. I just don't get why anyone wouldn't be all over that. Do you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you be all over that? Do you know what I'm saying? You rate Mateta. I reckon he would do really well with Cunha and Mbuemo. And I do rate Mateta, to be fair. Personally, I think that wouldn't be a bad little striker, man, to have as well, man. Because again, he's someone that he's physical. He can score you your headers. He can score you your goals. He's back to goal. He's good as well. Like he's got good elements to his game. He could run in behind too. He's got a good left foot as well. So yeah, man, Mateta won't be a bad shout. Would Palace sell him and Eze in the same window? I don't know, man. And Gay as well. I don't know, bro. That would be crazy, to be fair, because Gay looks like he's going to leave maybe to Liverpool on a free. Then you're looking at the likes of Cunha. Sorry, not Cunha. The likes of Eze linked with Spurs. Looks like Spurs are going to try and make a massive bid for him, which could be obviously a problem for them as well, considering they're in Europa League as well. You don't really want to lose all your top players. I mean, you might have to sacrifice Gay because you've only got 1 year left. But I think the rest of them, man, I don't know if you want to sacrifice that for sure. But yeah, man, he can score hat tricks against farmers who don't even play, have club logos on Google. Yeah, you're a hater, bro. You're a hater because you definitely. Yeah, you're a hater for sure. I gotta respect it, to be fair. If a player among my club off, I'd be the same, to be honest. I would take Mateta. He's better than Dom and Dumber, Zertsky and Højlund. Now, Mateta's good, bro. Mateta is good. Brazilian league is also better than the Portuguese league, in my opinion. Very slept on. I'm impressed. To be honest with you, I've not watched either in depth, man. So I can't really compare the two, if I'm being honest. Even like the Brazilian teams, I've not really watched too much of them in obviously this competition. So I can't really say too much. But yeah, man. Obviously, a couple of them have had some decent results. Obviously, beat PSG. Well, obviously, Flamengo beat you. So But yeah, it's one of those ones, man. Bro saying nah to Rashford while getting linked to Madueke. I'm waiting on Kepa's medical. Left my bro. I don't want none of these players, bro. Let's get it right. I don't want Rashford. I don't want Madueke. I don't want Kepa. Like that's not me. That's the club, bro. You know what I'm saying I'm not saying that we're not gonna get Rashford. I'm saying I don't want him in it. Like it wouldn't surprise me if we got him, bro, on loan or something. Like you can't rule it out, bro. You cannot rule it out. I put a laugh emoji. Brazilian league will always produce wonder kids. I'm talking about the quality of the teams, Korean. Watching the CWC. You got to slow feed the reality to top so you can slowly accept Rashford going to Arsenal. Listen, like I said, I'm not saying it's not possible. I just don't want him, bro. I'm well aware in the back of my head, thinking there's a possibility we could get Rashford or Sancho, bro. Especially, and this is why I'm worried about the Rodrigo news, because I'm like, I don't want us to be waiting, because I could just see him saying, because we've seen it with Nicky Williams last year, even though last year was never a chance he was going to leave Barcelona. But it's same with this situation here. He can literally just be like in August, I don't know, let's say the 25th of August, be like, yeah, I'm staying at Real Madrid now. I've had reassurances. I played in the first league game or whatever. I've done well. I've scored. I'm going to stay at Real Madrid. And if that happens, bro, you're like, we're going to be stuck with, okay, who's left on the market? Sancho's still not going to move yet. Rashford's still on the market yet. Let's try and get one of those and try and fill in that left side. And it's just the same kind of level that we've been doing the last couple of seasons in the transfer market, man. So I'm well aware, bro. I'm well aware. Rashford and Garnacho, Arsenal. This is what I'm saying. Oh, even Garnacho. Oh, my days, bro. At least Rashford's done that a little bit in the game. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. If you've got Garnacho, man, bro, finished. Yeah, crazy, man, crazy. I haven't been watching any of the games. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna obviously start watching the last 16 games for sure to see what happened. Korean last summer, Todd's kind of reaction when we said he signed Cernan was hyping him up for nothing. They got excited for over anything, bro. This is what happens, bro. This is what happens, man. It's because we weren't gonna get any player, bro. So he was like, okay, this is better than nothing. Obviously, he was rubbish, but yeah, this is what they do, man. This is why I'm not falling for the PR this season, man. This is why I'm not falling for it, innit? This is why I'm not gonna fall for the we're not gonna get anything, and then we might get something at the last minute. You still have to not be happy with it. Like I said, at the time, there was reports coming out like days before that we were literally getting nothing, literally nothing, man. So it's like we had no cover for anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like Saka would have played the whole season on his own. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but obviously it didn't work out. He wasn't good enough, but it is what it is, man. We move on. We move on. We missed out Korean. I've enjoyed it. You missed out Korean. I've enjoyed it. Chelsea are the bonnie blue of football. As soon as the youngsters turn 18, Chelsea are saying send them my way. Enough of that, fam. Karma. CWC going to be fire from the knockout. Some very good matchups. Yeah, man. Real Madrid versus Manchester City, I think is nearly confirmed as well. Going to be some good games, man, to be fair. I'm definitely going to have to tune in for sure. Definitely, man. I'm going to be calling Chelsea Bonnie Blue football. Yeah, bro, it's ironic because obviously she's been about in the stadium doing her thing, which it makes more sense in it for sure. Look, even blue in the name, it's a sign. You reckon Kirkers will be starting play for Liverpool? Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. I think they're going to sell Robertson now to Atletico Madrid, and I think they'll probably keep Tsimikas just because it's a backup, and then they'll be their two fullbacks. I think Kirkers is a very good player. I think obviously defensively he can definitely tie up a little bit, but going forward, I think he's very dynamic and got a good ball into the box for sure. Doesn't she do a video being a Chelsea fan or something? Yeah, she's done a few, man, to be fair. And she got banned in a few places, man. Kirkers defo starting, especially when you pay 40 mil for him. Yeah, definitely starting, man. Tosin is a top centre back. He's slept on. I don't know about top, but he's all right. He's all right, man. Chelsea got a cougar looking creature in the logo as well. Makes sense. Chelsea getting exposed. Laughing my ass off. Whistler got 19. Obviously Whistler's goal scoring ability as well. So yeah, another top player, man. Another player that obviously again doesn't really get spoke about too much. Considering the league goals he gets. And the thing is with Whistler, yeah, he just gets the same goals every single time, bro. The same running on one-on-one, all of that good stuff. So yeah, Kirk starting for sure, man. Remains to be seen if Tsimikas stays or not. Might end up signing another there if him and Robertson leave. Yeah, man. I don't know if they're both going to leave. They might do, though, to be fair, because the reports were that Tsimikas was going to leave more than, obviously, Robinson at the time. So, yeah, they both could leave, and then that'll be two new fullbacks on the left, and obviously Frimpong, a new fullback on the right. And then potentially Gay as a new centre-back, bro. So, bro, Liverpool they're definitely catching up from not spending the last, obviously, summer that much in it. They're definitely doing it, and obviously not spending in the Januaries as well. So yeah, I still think they need a DM. Well, I think Gravenberch has been really, really good. But I'm just if Gravenberch gets a long-term injury, I'm just thinking who's going to put in. I don't think Endo's good enough to try and maintain that kind of title challenge, if I'm being perfectly honest. But yeah, that's probably the one position where I'm like, yeah, you could probably do with one. But again, the other areas, I think they're sweet, man, to be honest with you. I just want to stop getting terrorized by watching the Hoyland's footballing ability. It's inhumane. Nah, I think he actually might be off, you know. I don't know if he's going to be, if Inter Milan get him, I'm like, what are you thinking? It's crazy, man. Wherever Rashford goes, gets us Raheem the Dream line. You're not seeing the best of me yet. The FA should step in and stop him. He's pretty much a domestic terrorist. I'm pretty sure Hoyland is the most painful football to watch, and my club has Nunes. Oh my days, man. Nah, yeah, Nunes, man. Yeah, the thing with Nunes is frustrating. Like, he'll score a goal where you think, what a goal, and then he'll miss some easy ass chances, man. Oh my days, bro. Honestly, bro, you miss some chances. You're like, how have you missed that? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just, it must be frustrating, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because then, like, I think Mac alone got cooked at the time for it, but he was actually speaking facts when he was on about when he scored that goal when he was 1-on-1 with at Brentford and he chipped him, and he was like, oh, it's an amazing goal, and everyone was gassing it. And it was a sick goal, but he was like that's probably what's wrong with him, because you're 1-on-1, it's 0-0, and you're trying to chip. Like, just make sure you slot it in. Obviously, it came off. Well, that's why it comes across and he misses easy chances, because he kind of makes the wrong decision, even though that decision was the right one because he scored. But I kind of got the overall point he was trying to make, in it. Like, bro, we'll do the basics properly first, like calmly, then you can move on, bro. Yeah, he just kind of tries things that are just kind of mad at the time, innit? I thought Lukaku's first shot was bad. Hoyland takes it to another level. You know, with Lukaku, yeah, I feel like he does get cornered a lot. And his first choice, touch sometimes was obviously a bit heavy. But I do think they over-egged it, man. They especially with the Timberland boots. I can't lie, bro, because I've seen all the players with terrible touches as well on a consistent basis, man, that get played. Even like with Havertz, obviously Havertz's touch ain't the greatest. He's all right, but I wouldn't say it's amazing either, but he doesn't really get the Timberland shout. So, yeah, man, crazy. Yeah, you just downplay everything. Don't commit to an opinion. Say your opinion doesn't matter when it goes your way. You can't stop talking about it, Carlos. We know your games. Talk the ting, man. Talk the ting, my guy. Hoyland's first touch is ass to his defender. Karachi backs in more than a woman at early 20s R&B club. That's crazy. Nasty work, man. I don't downplay anything, Korean. I'm just naturally passive. Korean, I don't stress. Didn't you say Jackson is better than R9? Was that you? Yeah, you did say that. That's not true, Korean. You got a small sample size. That's funny, man. Bro, Duran could have played any of these big clubs, but instead he chose EFL League One equivalent. Bro, he needs to come back, man. I feel like there's reports saying that he's already fallen out with the board and stuff like that. So yeah, man, he needs to come back for sure. Like, bro, you guys are what mid-20s, and he's playing out there, man. It's like, brother, what we doing here? Do you know what I mean? What are we actually doing here, man? So yeah, he definitely needs to come back for sure. Well, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that, man. Because yeah, at the same time, it's like, who's going to pay the money for him? Is it going to be a loan? Like, there's a lot of variables you got to obviously factor in now. Now he's gone there for big money, especially because they've only just got him, not even a season, man. And he's looking like he's already unhappy there. So yeah, the lap is better than R9. Man's on the lap train, man. I think it's smart that what he did, getting the 400k after tax a week, spend 2 years there, still young, can come back to Europe, and many clubs will still take him. Yeah, for sure, man. Hopefully he's like what's the word? His obviously ability. I mean, I don't think he would go down, but you know, when you get obviously playing in a smaller or a worse league, then you're kind of used to that kind of level, and then you need to like get yourself back up to the top level. Hopefully, it's not too much in 2 years if that happens to him. But overall, he's still a top player for sure. Top Sterling and Rashford on either wing. He's taking a punt. Crazy, man. Carlos on crack. Those Raheem Sterling training videos got man gassed. Listen, man, he was talking a big game, man, and it fumbled. He flopped. He flopped hard, bro. You're about to see the best of me. Okay, Raheem, man. Yeah, bro. He didn't back up at all. But the thing is, he was so bad. He didn't even play. That's the thing. He wasn't in a period where he had like 30 games, and you could see that he wasn't good enough. Like, the manager didn't even rate him that much to even start him, play him, bring him on, nothing, man. So yeah, awful, bro. He's got to be hitting Saudi as well. Saudi or MLS or something, because yeah, he's finished. Yeah, I don't think he's even good enough to play in the Prem now. I'll be honest, man. If Spurs win the league before Arsenal, I'll propose the Bonnie Blue. Listen, man, they've won the Europa League for Arsenal, so hey, I don't want to taint fate, ST. Do you know what I mean? Man said having Sterling is better than nothing. Nothing change that around. It's better to have nothing than Sterling, bro. At the time, I'm thinking he's gonna produce something a bit decent. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, in hindsight, yeah, you're right. It was better having nothing than Sterling. But at the time, I wasn't the only fan. To be fair, a lot of fans were like, not obviously. A lot of fans were like, okay, at least we got someone in, and let's see what we can go from there. But it just fumbled, man, for sure. It just fumbled, man. I just want a scary striker like Osimhen. Madrid has Mbappe, Man City, Haaland, and you know if Osimhen plays for United, you can't just write him off. He would be scary. That's similar feeling that I want for Arsenal, bro. Like, you know that player where you're just like, okay, we've got like, I don't know, Brentford at home, we've got Brighton away, my man's scoring. I don't know what the score's gonna be, but he's scoring one goal. I used to think like that with Van Persie, obviously Thierry, loads of strikers, Adebayor, Aubameyang, when we had him, like, yeah, we've got I don't know, Watford away, he's scoring in it. Like, he's scoring at least one goal, bro. But with this team, I just don't have it with anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hope we get a corner. Like, it's crazy, bro. Crazy. Big up Godfrey, big up Tops, UG, big yourself up, brother. Hope you're well. If you think about it, it's crazy how Liverpool won the league and with Nunes in their team. Shows how good our overall team is. Yeah, I know, man. And to be fair, Nunes, even though he wasn't the best, did contribute in a few games. Obviously, that Brentford game where he scored those 2 electric goals. I think he scored in a few other games as well. So yeah, man, he did contribute, man. And again, like you said, it does show that if you've got a good manager and a good squad, and people can be squad players and can actually contribute, even if they're not the main guys. So yeah, you gotta take that into account for sure. Osimhen is mad disrespected. I'm amazed he wasn't the most sought after this window when most clubs need a proper 9. Silly narratives around actually problems, wage demands. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. I said that similar in the last stream I did, I think. It's like, bro, people obviously associate the wage demands with the player, but it's like, bro, it's literally the agent you've got. Because people have said before, like footballers have said, agents were going behind their backs, or not even going behind their backs. They were asking and saying that I'm entitled to this amount of money when I didn't really agree, but I just trusted the agent to get the deal over the line, kind of thing. So I feel like he's been tired with being greedy or whatever. But bro, it's literally based on the agent you've got. Some agents are that's why they call them super agents, isn't it? Because they're just hard to negotiate with. They always want the best. And also, again, some of them get a decent percentage of the fee, whether it's the transfer fee or the sign-on fee or whatever. So they're trying to haggle for more wages or a bigger fee or whatever, so they can get more of the money themselves. So honestly, I just think it depends on the agent. But yeah, I feel like the narrative has changed based off the fact that, again, that whole thing broke down with Chelsea at the end of the day, and then he went to Galatasaray. And I think he's got not a stench on him, but like, okay, we don't really want to touch him because of that narrative of bad attitude. Is it going to be a problem? Is the agent going to be a problem to deal with, etc., etc.? So, but yeah, I'm surprised. Literally, no one's gone in for him, and this is why it's kind of crazy where everyone wants a striker, but no one's actually bidding for strikers. Like, Chelsea want a striker, but they've not really bidded for one. Arsenal want a striker, but they've not really bidded for one. Spurs want a striker, they're not bidded for one. Liverpool want a striker, they're not bidded for one. Like, there's not a load of strikers out there, but there's strikers available, and no one seems to be wanting to take the jump for one. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it is a trade. Man United want a like number 9. They've not bidded for one yet. Do you know what I mean? A proper number 9. So yeah. Carlos, yeah, this CWC is not a big competition. I'm not too fussed losing. We are going to be bigger and better things, but if we win it, it's the great. This is literally Carlos summed up, to be fair. That is spot on. Yeah, downplay if we don't win it, but if we do win it, don't let me win it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's Carlos 101 for sure, bro. We got Korean, yeah, man. Salah's seething with him missing all those chances because Salah wanted to break the 20 assist record. Easy could have had 8 to 10 more. Bro, I can't believe Salah didn't break it now, because obviously Thierry's on record, obviously it's KDB's record as well, the 20 goals. 20 assists, sorry. So Salah was on like, I think there was like 4 behind him with like 12 games left. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna break this, and he didn't break it. I'm like, what the hell? But obviously, you know what it is? It's hard to break assist records when you're trying to get assists. That's what I've noticed. Well, because Ozil's the same. I think Ozil had like 16 in like January. He needed like 4 more to equal it, 5 more, and that was half a season, and he got like 2 more assists. It's like, what? But yeah, like I said, when you're actively looking to set people up, it just never works out. But when you just naturally are in a position where you can just give someone the opportunity to score, I think it's more natural. And then you end up, you're not thinking about it. But when you're thinking about, I need to make sure, because then when he's running through on goal or he's got a chance to shoot, instead of just shooting, he's like, well, let me just pass it. When normally he would just shoot. And then it kind of loses the organicness of obviously him trying to set up his players, isn't it? But yeah, man, crazy how we didn't get it for sure. If Liverpool signed a player like Osimhen, imagine, bro, that would be scary. On paper, it would be insane for sure, man. Duran might lose his touch a little bit playing at the level of 2 years. This is what I was thinking as well, bro. Big up Aaron, my bro, man. Hope you all, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to Aaron, proper real one, talking football, talking Arsenal, all that good stuff. Proper top fella. Been on his channel a few times now, and definitely need to get him on my channel as well soon enough, bro. But yeah, big yourself up, man. Hope you well. on this was it Wednesday morning? Wednesday morning, brother. Big up yourself, geezer. Hope you're having a good morning, man. Problem is, AFCON, we would lose Salah and Osimhen to AFCON, so it would be a struggle for goals. That's a very good point. AFCON is the season as well. It's a very, very good point. Now, I think Liverpool's team is good enough. You can ride the momentum. Listen, I think they're favourites to win the title. Now, I don't know what you guys think. I think they're favourites anyway, man, because, again, you've still got Van Dijk. You've still got Alisson. These are players, seasoned veterans that have been there, done that, won every kind of major competition. Still got Salah there. Obviously, like I said, the dirty bit is the DM bit for me. But I think, again, if they keep everyone fit, for the majority of the time. They've got Wirtz now. I do think they'll miss Trent. I do think they will miss him just because they've been so reliant on his balls over the top and his creativity from that right back inverted position. But with Wirtz coming in, you would hope that would obviously, for them, cover that creative kind of void and gap with them being able to still create goals and chances for Salah and obviously the front three, Gakpo and Diaz and whatnot. So, yeah, man. But yeah, I still have them favourites for sure, bro. And again, it could be a thing where it's like it's a neck and neck thing with them and City again, man. Especially when they get into that rhythm of getting 90 points and stuff. And this is why I think Arsenal fans are like, bro, you need to get a move on, man, and try and compete with these guys because it might be a case. We've kind of, I'll be honest, bro, even though we finished second 3 times, and for me, the first one, we should have won the league, definitely. Second one, the first half of the season, I don't think we played well enough. And then the second half, we played really well, but again, we still lost. And we still probably should have won the league because we lost the Villa game. But ultimately, we left too much to do in that first half of the season where we were dropping points. And obviously, last season, we were awful. But in obviously none of those seasons, we got 90 points. Whereas these guys were getting 97, 98, 92, 93. So it was a lot of a lot of points they were getting for sure, man. It's a big up geezer to Aaron. Big up Aaron, man, every single time. Having a striker that consistently scores against lower teams with low blocks is very key. Yeah, 100%. That's very, very true. This is why you need a fox in the box. You need that kind of striker that's going to be really, really potent in those areas. And when you win those games 1-0, those tight games, you've got that guy that can come up trumps and really provide a decent opportunity for you to score and win the game, man. And that's what separates the top teams from the okay teams. You know what I mean? Even if you lose Salah and Osimhen. Carlos says career in the CWC has grown on me. It's got potential. I like the Brazilian and Argentinian teams. I'm seeing a lot of quality. If we win it, it'll be gas for the P. If we lose, we'll still make P. Yeah, I guess it is what it is. The last stages of the CWC will prepare the squad for the Champions League. What do you think about the actual overall, like in terms of potential of the squad being fatigued or whatever? Because obviously it is a lot of games. If you get to the last stages, you would have not really had as much break as obviously the other teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, whatever, who are not in it. Yeah, what do you actually think about that? Because people are saying maybe you actually might be doing better at the start of the season because now you're a bit more fresh. You've not had that extended break where you got to catch up. You're still pretty fresh from the last season, but then you might get fatigued towards the end, or it could be the opposite way. You might be fatigued at the start because again, you've played so much games in a row, but then you might get some more energy towards the end. So you'll be interested to see how teams react, all of them who are obviously in there. Some teams might not even be affected. They might just be like, you know what? It was just we just treat it like a preseason and then we just kind of go from there. But it'd be very interesting to see how it goes, man. I don't think Osimhen has a personality for sure. But you can't be worse than Nunes. Salah should never have posted the Christmas post. You know, it's true, it's haram. Bro, I'm not getting involved. ST says Giroud is the reason Ozil didn't break the record. He went like 40. Yeah, he did that season as well. 14 games in a row without scoring. But the thing is, we didn't even have another striker to this is the annoying thing. We didn't have another striker to replace him, bro. I think at the time, our striking options were him, Tio, Walcott, Joel Campbell. Who else was there, man? Obviously, Sanchez didn't play striker that year. It was the year after Welbeck, but I think he did his ACL. So I think he was injured. So, yeah. Yeah, man, we didn't have enough options for sure. To be fair, Nunes is always good around training the dressing room and stuff. Nothing to cause damage of any sort of in the media as well. So outside of football, he's been all right in front of goal. Yeah, in front of goal, man. He's just not clinical, man. That's literally the thing. Ozil was my favorite player. I was distraught when he went to Arsenal. My fish eyes was linked to United before he broke my heart. Honestly, Ozil was a top player, but he just didn't have the career he should have done at Arsenal, man. Like in terms of performing consistently, especially the away games, bro. He just was always missing, in it. Literally, like you just didn't see him. But in the home games, he would cook. Honestly, he would definitely cook. Built career, Ozil was my favorite player of all time. At Real Madrid, top player. Oh my day, ridiculous player. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous, bro. Obviously, you know when you got a player where you know you get in a certain position and you can just the weight of pass is always going to be the same every single time. Like he's just gonna and the timing of the pass as well. The decision making was a grade A top. Do you know what I mean? Obviously we missed that now because again we don't really score too many, and it was a shame that obviously we had him, but didn't have like a proper clinical fast striker at the time when he was in his pomp because again. we didn't really score too many goals in transition because Giroud was pretty slow. So yeah, man. But yeah, Ozil, man, was great. He just didn't like the physicality in the Premier League as well. To be fair, we'll develop. Will the lap push Jackson out of the starting lineup? I think he will, bro. Catch you later, Tops. Awesome chat conversation. See you at the next one. Yeah, bro. I'll be back obviously later on. I'm gonna probably wrap up now as well. I'll be back later on at 2:00 just to talk more football with you guys, man. But big yourself up for being in the chat, man. As always, I think Chelsea have figured out the meta. There's a reason why their team looks like an NFL team with the number of players they have. Massive rotation. True, that's not a bad point as well. People obviously criticize the squad size, but it does look like it was probably the right thing to do. I just don't get how we are going to pull out all the blame on Berta if we don't bring anyone in. None of the quality players. This is all based on that. We have finished second thrice. No other achievements, just that. 100%, man. Like, you can't really blame players not wanting to obviously commit to Arsenal, the top ones, if you know, because we don't win trophies on a regular basis. So yeah, you gotta have a look at that, to be honest with ourselves. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Welbeck has done well for himself since leaving Arsenal. Yeah, he's doing his thing at Brighton, man. I can't even hate, bro. I like Welbeck. I thought he was all right, to be fair. There's a combination of Arsenal players missing beautiful passes from Ozil, entire combination. I did see that, bro. I think it might be just that season alone where they just miss bare chances, bro. They just miss bare chances. I'm like, what is going on, man? Like, this is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? This is absolutely crazy. But yeah, listen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is for sure. You seen Jube's first game at Dortmund? I didn't see it. I seen obviously he scored or whatnot, but I didn't see it, man. It'd be interesting to see how he does. Obviously, I think in the Champions League. I don't know where they finished in the Bundesliga the year before. I can't remember. He might not be, but yeah, obviously he's got to step up. So yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. I just want the Mbeumo signing done and move on to a striker and midfielder, bro. Listen, you're talking to me, man. Also, fan, we ain't signed anyone yet, so yeah, man. But I hear what you're saying, bro. I think every fan wants a lot of plays just done over the line, sorted, so they can just move on to other targets. Because I think a lot of fans know that a lot of teams have got a lot of work to do in it in terms of like signings they want. It's not just one or two signings. People want 5, 6, 7. Do you know what I mean? Just to really improve, because I think everyone can see other teams improving as well at the same time. So yeah. Have you seen Gyökeres Liverpool set hijack? Yeah, I did see that article earlier. That they are set to hijack the deal because they want a striker. The only thing I'll say about that is I think they are waiting to move Nunes on before. So yeah, I think they'll probably do that before, man. If I'm being honest, bro. But yeah, and this would be a good move for Liverpool. Gyökeres hijack. I hear that, bro. I hear that for sure. That would be a good move for Liverpool, man. That would be a good move for Liverpool. But yeah, man, crazy. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that, man. I feel like hopefully in the next couple of days or even next week, man, we'll see a kind of resolution on the striker situations for some of these clubs. Does Liverpool not have a cover for Nunes? Who's his backup? It's normally Jota, but his inclusion in the squad obviously has been questioned as well. Because obviously I don't think they're happy with obviously his contribution in terms of his injury record and stuff like that. So there's potential one of those will be sold. It's looking like Nunes. I don't see they'll sell two. I think they'll just be one. But yeah, it's looking like Nunes, man. But probably Jota will be the backup just because, again, his reliability on him being fit is not always certified. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one, man, for sure. Do they not just play with a striker if he's out? Well, Diaz has gone there as well, to be fair, on the slot. So they do rotate. They kind of play with that false nine because, again, Salah's the one that gets all the goals in it. So that number 9 position is not really a guy that's a vocal point in terms of scoring loads of goals. It's normally the guy that facilitates the kind of wide plays, whether it's Gakpo or Diaz or Salah on the wing, in it. So they might not even need a clinical goal scorer. I know people on paper, because that's what you got to think. Like, obviously, people said the same with Real Madrid. Rodrigo and Mbappe and Vinicius on paper looks amazing, but in terms of like fluidity and chemistry, nah, man. Two of the players, well, all of them really want to play on the left. Really, Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrigo really want to play on the left. So none of them really want to play in the other two positions. So it didn't really work like stylistically in it. So I feel like, again, potentially that might be a case if Liverpool get the out-and-out striker. What's going to happen to Salah? Obviously, really only one of them can get in those positions to score the goals at one time. So someone's going to have to sacrifice a bit of their game, whether it's the striker or Salah, so the other one can score a few more goals. That's why I think Firmino was such good play for them, because, again, he'd be happy to facilitate that. Oh, you'd only get like 10 goals, but Salah would get 35. Do you know what I mean? So, and I feel like that's probably happened this season as well with certain players. obviously contributing towards obviously Salah getting more goals in it with the runs they're making, space they're leaving him behind on whatnot. So yeah, which players are Arsenal not linked with? Yeah, true. I wish we just buy someone, to be honest with you. Just seen a video of Elise's playlist going to Sabrina when he was playing that training. What the hell? That's so random, bro. Is that Sabrina Carpenter? That's actually so random. That's crazy. That's actually nuts, man. But yeah, big up everyone that's tuned in, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and all of that good stuff. I think we're gonna raid to who's online. Saeed's online, so I'm just gonna raid to him. Big up Saeed. Yeah, if you go in there, just say Tops raid, T-Chan's a raid or whatnot. He's on live at the minute. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in. I'll be back at 2 o'clock. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I'll be back at 2 to talk more news. But big up everyone up. And yeah, don't hate to play at the game. And until next time, people, I'm out. Peace and love.